Apple is being sued by someone who apparently had spent $24,000, 590 and 5 cents in iTunes, the App Store, and in-app purchases, along with some account credit and things like that. Basically, $25,000 worth of purchases tied to their Apple account, which Apple then basically banned and got rid of all those purchases. And so the lawsuit is claiming that it's not fair, that you don't own the things that you purchase through the App Store, and blah, blah, blah. Now, this is really interesting because for a couple reasons. Because one, this has kind of been the downside of digital purchases the entire time, and something that we have always, I guess, known is that when you buy something digitally, you don't own it. It can be delisted, it can be taken down off the store, you can lose your account access. You don't own it like you do with physical media, which is why some nerds like myself are heavy advocates of physical media, because you get a little bit more ownership over what you own or what you have purchased, and you can control what you do with it a little bit better. At the same time, because we advocate for all of this, we also don't necessarily agree with the idea that you can't own what you purchase digitally. Like, we don't like that idea. And so this is a really interesting, because you would think that a claim that, oh, you can't ban my account because now I don't own the purchases I purchased. Excuse me. You would think that that would be kind of dismissed pretty easily and whatever, because terms of service, EULA, whatever. But actually, the U.S. District Court judge didn't actually dismiss it and rejected Apple's notion to dismiss the suit, and they're moving on with the trial with claims of false advertising and unfair competition. Granted, they could still settle before they get to trial, but they're also up against another class action lawsuit about terminating Apple IDs with that person who has spent $25,000. So they have two different lawsuits they're juggling at the moment about this issue. And while it's Apple, and they'll likely just settle and be like, here's your account back, or whatever, it is very possible that if the judge is being that, like, interested in it, that we could end up with a situation where there is a chance, I'm not going to be too optimistic, but there's a chance that some sort of precedent could be set legally about digital ownership and how this goes down, because I don't think we've had a suit that fully, like, confirms this kind of user agreement yet. And so I'm very interested to see how this plays out, even though the likely outcome is that Apple's going to either win the suit or just settle and nothing changes. But we can have a little bit of a glimmer of hope in our eye that maybe some rules will change about ownership of digital content. Unlikely, but we can always dream.